Hey everyone, today I'm at the store with the drinks with the green straws and the popcorn and the Joanna Gaines and chip tube. Today we're going to do a review on the anatomical decorations they have at the store. Okay, let's start with our little friends right here. We'll go superiorly and then work inferiorly and distally. Skull is actually pretty good. I have seen worse. Like this. What? So we're working our way inferiorly. Vertebra and thoracic cage are not accurate, but I don't really expect that much on these models. Let's look at the pelvic girdle.
What's happening?
That actually looks all right. Let's go to the worst offenders, the limbs. Here we are looking at the right upper extremity. The humerus looks pretty good. Here we have the radius and ulnar. This is the right side, so that actually looks pretty good actually. They've got that in the right spot. And oh my gosh, please tell me you know what is going on here. This person's hand is backwards. Remember that the radius is thumb side. It is the lateral bone in anatomical position, and the ulna is pinky side. So yeah, owie. Okay, so I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that, and let's go to the lower extremity. Okay, here is the femur. It's actually looking pretty good. Greater trochanter, femoral head. This is the right side. We're going down. We've got the condyles and... oh no! What is wrong here? Tibia, fibula. Please tell me, are those on the correct side? The fibula is the lateral bone. So if we're looking at the right foot here, this fibula is actually on the wrong side. The distal part of the bone, this is actually the lateral malleolus, and this is the medial malleolus. So these need to be flipped. So yeah, major problem with the anatomical legs. For $45, you can get a posable skeleton, which is pretty awesome, but it will be posed in all the wrong spots in the appendicular skeleton. So, you know, if I was going to spend $45 on a model to study the bones, I would not spend the money on this, unless you want to do surgery on the anatomical legs and the manus. Okay, so now let's look at this smaller version. Again, the skull is actually decent. The sutures are good. Vertebra and thorax, not that great for studying, although they actually have a floating rib here, which is good. The bones of the antebrachium are pretty generic, but I don't know, I think that's a good thing, because then you could draw your own features and label it. And then when we go to the anatomical leg, same thing. It's actually pretty generic looking, so I think that actually serves you well. And actually, if we were to look here, this bone, which is smaller, that is a better representation of the fibula. So if you were going to spend, let's see if we could see this right here, $18 on a model. Okay, if you could see my hand, that's about, ooh, that's very blurry, hold on. Okay, that's about the size. So this is a medium. I think that's a decent size for something that you could draw on and study for a class, except for the thoracic cage and the vertebral column. So I would give this kind of a medium thumbs up here. Okay, let's look at a skull model. So for skull models, this is actually not too bad. One thing that I look for when I'm looking at skull models are the suture lines, and the suture lines are actually pretty decent here. They even show that part of the sphenoid bone. And so, quick review on this, I would say if you were going to spend $5 on a skull model that you could label or write on, I would definitely give this one a thumbs up. Back to this big skull, which you think, oh, maybe bigger is better because I have more room to label things. Yeah, I've got several issues with this one. The sutures are kind of meh. And then the thing I just cannot get over are the mastoid processes. So here, this is more so what it's supposed to look like here, and I get it. This is just huge and it's meant to stand up. But if you were going to spend $10 of your precious money on something to study, I would not go with this one. So for studying, I would say thumbs down on this big, very strange looking skull. Okay, here is our teeny tiny model, and this is actually decent with the skull. We're missing that mid-sagittal suture, but you know, that you can easily draw that in. Same thing as usual with the vertebral column and the thoracic cage. The antebrachial regions are pretty vague, so and this is not anatomical position, but you could easily just switch the bones around with your markers if you're drawing stuff in. Pelvis is pretty good, other than having teeny tiny obturator foramen. And then, wow, the leg bones, those are actually pretty good. So if you are going to spend $12 on a very tiny full skeleton, I would say this one is fairly decent. So I would give it kind of this degree of thumbs up. This isn't anatomically correct at all, but it's so cute because everyone knows anatomists keep bones in flasks. Okay, I feel like I need this. These are totally cracking me up, mainly because of these things right here. And also, whose fingers look like this? Ew. Okay, store with the drinks with the green straws and the popcorn and the Joanna Gaines and Chip Gaines. I will give you a grade of B- for having okay anatomical structures to study the skeletal features. So good job. If you would like for me to review other products, leave a comment and I would love to check that out for you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Want to stay up to date on my latest videos? Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to check my Instagram page at The Anatomy Gal. See you next time.